What is up, guys? Today I'm going to do a political compass test because I just felt like doing one, honestly. With all the talk of Donald Trump and the Democrats, why not? Why not take a political test? Just in the correct atmosphere, I guess. Let's see. I'm going to have to look up some definitions on certain questions since I don't know certain words, of course. Economic globalization is inevitable. It should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of its natural corporations. I agree. Do I support my country whether it was right or wrong? I agree. No one chooses their birth country, so it's stupid to be proud of it. Really? I know a lot of people who are proud of from where they're living, so I strongly agree. Wait. No, I strongly disagree. That's what I meant. I think you should be proud from where you are born, and that's what I believe. Our race has mere superior qualities compared to other races. I strongly disagree. Every race has equal opportunities and such, although I will say that each race does have cool things about it. Let's see, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Slightly agree to that. There's certain instances where you need that. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. Instances, yeah, I agree. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I mean, it's always going to be like that. Now the economy, we're talking altitudes here, not the whatever index. Okay, don't know that. People are ultimately divided by class, then by nationality. Ooh. I actually agree to that. I will say though, except the blacks. The blacks, they get the bottom of the barrel in America. They need better education and all that. That is one thing I will disagree with that. Every other class, being gay, lesbian, trans, Hispanic, all that, you're pretty much equal with the white people. Blacks, on the other hand, it's a touchy subject. Black Lives Matter, I don't think, is doing it appropriately with all the protests that are violent, blowing up their, well, not blowing up, but like wrecking their own towns and stuff. That's not helping the black community. That's also, preventing it from growing. So I think that they should protest peacefully like Martin Luther King, but getting their point across. I do believe that blacks are not as up there yet. They're way better than they were back then, don't get me wrong, but I think that the blacks are still not as equal, but hopefully things will change. But yeah, with better schooling, better support, unlike Bill Clinton, Obama, they didn't really do anything for the black community. I'm hoping Trump does something like he said he was going to. So far he's come through with almost all of his policies, so one can only hope that the blacks get better education and all that, and make it equal to the Hispanics and other races. Alright, controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. I'd say we have to control unemployment first. But then inflation can lead to an economic breakdown. Ooh. Tough question, but I think I'll go with the people first. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Is there like a 50-50 thing there? Because that's another 50-50 question. I'll say I disagree because there are laws and regulations already for that. From each according his ability, to each according to his need, is a fundamentally good idea. I don't know that quote. Oh, okay, I see now. Okay. No, I disagree with that. Basically, it's a quote from Marxist, and he's a communist socialist idea, and that everybody should have equality, and one shouldn't one-up each other. I think one-upping is fine. That's how we get people that are growth. Like, we have... what is it? What am I trying to say? I'm pulling a dumb right now. Basically, if everybody had equal pay, if you're a doctor or a school teacher, that's not equal pay. Why would you pay equal pay for that? I think that if you put in the hard work, you should get paid for your work. So, if you're a doctor and you put in the hours, you should make, thousands of dollars, save it up to $1 million, save that up to a couple million, save that to a couple $100 million. And if someone is in the middle class, like my family and I, we don't make that much, but we're going to work hard to make thousands. So, that's how I feel. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled branded consumer product. It's business. It's business. Come on, honestly. Just, if you weren't the one to do it, someone else would have done it. So, that's business. Wait, did I not? Okay, hold on. There. Land should not be a commodity to be bought and sold. Come on. Again, if someone hasn't done it, someone will. It is regrettable that personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to our society. No. They're going to provide for their own families, so why would I care what they do, honestly? Protectionism. Let me look that up. Protectionism. The theory or practice of shielding a country's domestic industries from foreign competition by taxing imports. I agree, yeah. This one I have no clue. I'll have to search that one up. Oh, okay, so the definition is a duty every individual has to perform so as to maintain a balance between the economy and ecosystems. To deliver, so it's of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. Sure. I don't see why not. The rich are too highly taxed. What is the richest tax right now? So, on this one, it says that if you make $400,000 or more a year, if I were to go rounding up even higher to 50%, jeez, I have to agree with that. I think that they should be taxed, but not taxed like, geez, that makes it almost where you don't want to make, a couple thousand. My God. Huh. Oh yeah, let me try to better my life. Huh. Wait, I have to get taxed for how much? 40%? 50%? Okay, might as well not even go to that. Jeez. Those who, with the ability to pay, should have the right to higher standards of Medicare. being able to pay. I feel like Medicare should be given to everybody, so I don't know. I don't know too much about Medicare, but I feel like it's a standard that everybody has, that everybody should be accessible to, so. Government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. I agree, there's nothing worse than false advertisement. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. I agree. There should be some restrictions to where you can't have a monopoly. And this is basically the same question again. The freer the market, the freer the people. I agree to that to a certain extent. Of course, you need regulations. Now look at some of your personal social values. Abortion. Oh god, already the toughest one. Oh, okay, they have a clause here. When the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. Thank you for that clause, I agree. Do I strongly agree or do I agree? When the woman's life is not threatened, when the baby's life is not threatened. No, I strongly agree. All authority should be questioned. There's nothing harmful with a little Q&A. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. No. Sometimes you want to. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on commercial basis. I mean, we pay for a whole bunch of shit that we don't need anyways, so I mean, what's the fucking difference? Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. No, I disagree. You should have some form of education, even though schools I don't think they give the proper education. They should teach you how to do taxes, how to do the stock market, how to find a good career for yourself. And if you don't like that career in college, you can change it and whatnot. But certain standards, like your basic math, your basic science, your basic all that. Learn about cultures such as the Hispanics, the Italians, the Greeks, the Romans. Learn different religions if people want to do that. Learn Islam, not trying to promote Islam, but learn that. Learn Christianity, learn Catholicism, learn Judeo, learn the Egyptians, learn, what is it, what's the Nords? The Nords, Greek, not Greek, blah, blah, blah. The Nords mythology there. Learning different, what is it? Theologies, is that the proper word? Anyways, learning different deities is very interesting to me, but of course, again, like I said, schools don't really do too much anyways, but all people have their rights, but it's better for all of us. Different sorts of people should keep that to their own kind. Huh. Is that basically saying to be oppressed? I disagree with oppression. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. I fucking agree. I was spanked, like, a couple times, and I was slapped across my face because I deserved it. It's natural for children to keep some things from their parents. I agree. Children, they will learn how to lie, they will learn how to manipulate, so. Children are fucking smart. Parents who don't take their kids seriously, possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. I disagree. It's a federal law. Even if all the states, all 50 states, were to legalize it, it's still under federal law illegal. So even if you were smoking it, a police officer could still stop you for smoking it under federal regulations. So if it's federal, you can't do anything about it unless everybody votes on it. I do think that medicinal marijuana should be legal. That will help soothe the pain of cancer patients and all that. Help them eat better and whatever. But with my personal, not that I smoked, but I know people that smoked in my life and whatever, it led them down fucking destructive paths. So, in my circumstance, no to marijuana, unless it's for, again, medicinal. The prime function of schooling should be equip the future generation to find jobs. I fucking agree strongly with that. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. I disagree, come on. A special ed kid could produce fucking Albert Einstein, come on. They could produce a hot supermodel or something. Come on. Most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Sure. Wait, to accept discipline? Does that mean abuse in that term? Like how they're trying to word it? There are oh man, I would just put I neither agree or disagree on that one. But I do think it's important to discipline your children and that they should accept it, so whatever. There are no savage and civilized peoples, there's only different cultures. Only different cultures, you say? That actually makes me think. Because if you were to take people from wherever that were cannibals and try to civilize them, I don't know how to answer. I really don't know how to answer this. There are only different cultures. There are no savage and civilized people. I'm gonna marginally disagree. Just thinking back about how each civilization handled everything, I don't know. I really don't know. Those who are able to work and refuse opportunities should not expect society's support. I fucking agree. Actually, no, I'm gonna put strongly agree. Stop being lazy, get on your ass and work. That easy. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. I agree. First generation immigrants can never fully be integrated within our new country. I agree. They will still have their old ways. It's up to the second and third and fourth and so on to integrate into our society. Not only keep their language and their culture and whatever, but also to be able to integrate. First generations, you can't really integrate them. Some can, don't get me wrong, some can, but others are more tied to their old ways. What's good for the most successful corporation is always ultimately good for all of us. I disagree, there are certain things that should not be intertwined. Near broadcasting intuition, however independent its content, should receive public funding. No, yeah, no. Just fuck it. I don't know that question. I don't know how to answer. And how you see a wider society, where civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. I agree. There's certain things, like they're able to spy on us on the internet, phone calls, blah blah blah. Have a drone strike on innocent civilians, yeah. A significant event of a one-party state is that it avoids. It's a form of government where the country is ruled by a single political party, meaning that one political party exists and the others are forbidden. No, fuck that. While the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. I agree. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious of crimes. I strongly disagree. I'm a pro-lifer. That also means, unlike other fucking wannabe Republicans and conservatives, I say no to the abortion policies and I say no to death penalty policies. I don't care if you're a rapist, I don't care if you are a murderer, you will be within the jails for life. And some people are mentally, physically abused, and that what causes them to go down those roads. It's not forgivable, no, but if we're able to change their lives in a certain way and release them back into society, able to find a job, able to get married, have kids, and whatever, then that would be better on society than just killing them outright. Violence does not lead to, well, more violence does not, fuck, you guys know what I'm trying to say. An eye for an eye, I don't believe that. And again, with the abortion thing, if a baby is, the baby and the mother are, not going to be able to make it, it's up for the mother, father, the families to decide, and whatnot. And if it's a baby that is disfigured, something's wrong with it, maybe an abortion on that, but just, as birth control and shit, no. Sorry ladies, no, I don't agree with that. You're the ones who made the mistake, it's your fault. It takes two to tango, remember that. In a civilized society, one must always have the people above to be obeyed and the people below to be commended. Yeah, basically. I have to listen to my employers, so yeah, I agree. Abstract art doesn't represent anything, shouldn't be considered art at all. I disagree. Any art is art. Criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Disagree. I disagree. There should be punishments, yes. But like I said with the rapists and all that shit, it was a waste of time to rehabilitate some criminals. I disagree. You won't know if they're actually evil, truly evil people. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. Disagree. Equal level. Well, I wouldn't say equal level, but they should be recognized higher. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. Nah. Women can do whatever they want, men can do whatever they want. Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries. Let them do whatever they want to do. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Sure. If you got that through okay, barely, you will find these propositions on religion a breeze. Oh wow, religion? Astrology accurately explains many things. I disagree. It is fun to look at though. A lot of the Leo characteristics matches my characteristics somewhat. You cannot be moral without being religious. I agree. Charity is better than Social Security as the meaning of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. I like that. Some people are naturally unlucky. I disagree, but there are some people who basically feel unlucky. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. Private schools, yes. Public school, no, unless you're going to teach every religion. That way, you can learn Christianity, Islam, Egyptian, all that. You can learn different, like I said, all the history of every religion. That would be really cool. So, there's that. Let's look at sex. Okay. Sex outside of marriage is usually immoral. Yeah, whatever. Same-sex and a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. I strongly agree. Porno depicting consenting adults should be legal for adult population. The adult population, yes, as long as it doesn't get into the hands of anyone that's young. What goes in private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. I strongly agree. No one can feel naturally homosexual. I strongly disagree. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. Okay. Certain things I would agree with, yeah. Certain things I would disagree with. But nowadays, it's non-binary bullshit. I disagree. Wait. I agree, I mean. Don't teach anyone that is under 13 to know about sex, really. That sounds weird to phrase it, but you think an 8-year-old is going to care about homosexuals, transgenders, and all that shit? Do you really think an 8-year-old will care? Teach them when they're like 10, 11, 12, you know, starting to get to that age. Non-binary shit. Yeah. Okay. My political compass. Economic, left or right, 0.5, social libertarian, and authoritarian, negative 0.56. So I am more right-leaning and more libertarian-leaning than left and authoritarian. Okay. I actually agree with this. This is pretty accurate. And if you guys don't know what the meaning of left, right, authoritarian, and libertarian is, authoritarian is basically police everything, police this, police that. Libertarian means you don't give a shit. Left is liberal, right. It's so weird. The terminologies are so weird. Left, just keep it as left. Right, keep it as right. Conservative falls under the right. Liberal falls under the left. But progressives also fall under the left, but they're more extreme than liberals. Conservatives are less extreme than right-wingers. It's weird. It's a lot of bullshit they have to know about America with the political spectrum. I find myself as a centralist, honestly. I'm in the middle. Things of authoritarianism, yes. Things of liberal, things of right, things of libertarian. I consider every point important for our country. Some things you have to do, some things you don't have to do. It depends. But I agree with this. I am more right-leaning and more to the libertarianism side. But this was pretty interesting to do. I wholeheartedly agree with this. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, favorite, and subscribe. Yeah, that's it. I am out of here, guys. Peace.